Hello and welcome to Opal Oracle. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Adeshpurankaur. It's beautiful to be here with all of you today on this, here in the Midwest, it's stormy. So I hope you are cozy. I hope it's sunny and beautiful wherever you are. You can send some of that sunshine our way if you like. But truthfully, I really enjoy storms. So if you hear some thunder, Mother Nature's at play right now. So getting kind of into the energies of right now. Yesterday, Venus went retrograde. Today, Eris is squaring Saturn. And Eris is the sister of Aries. So if you know any lore on Eris, she's like the goddess of chaos. And she's squaring Saturn today. So today should be quite an interesting and auspicious day. The moon is also transiting from Aquarius into Pisces and will be in this Pisces moon till Sunday, where we begin transiting into Aries. I got my sage, got my Palo Santo. I'm gonna light this up and cleanse our area. I hope you're all doing really, really well. Been having really interesting dreams this week. How have your dreams been? Lots of people in my dreams, lots of different dynamics going on. Some for you. And then, of course, the cards. I don't know, today kind of has this surreal kind of feeling to it, doesn't it? I made myself a smoothie. It's delicious. It's sunshine in a glass. Let's see. Let's call in our guides. Unless you really want to know what's in my smoothie. You can always drop a comment if you do, and I'll let you know what's in it. Otherwise, I'm just going to get into our reading. Angels, archangels, guardian angels, spirit guides, gods and goddesses, ancestors, beings of the highest vibration of love, light, truth, clarity, destiny. Be with us, guide us, and give us clear and concise messages for the collective, for our highest good and the good of all involved, for the current energies of this Aquarius into Pisces, into the very beginning of Aries moon transit reading. So, like always, I have my Mystic Fairy Tarot. We have the Goddess Tarot. Both of which we use to get messages and then also get confirmation of the messages that come in. We have our Oracle decks. We have our Follow Your Light Oracle. our animal spirit oracle, our oracle of the unicorns, and our Kuan Yin oracle deck that we close the reading out with. So that being said, we're going to start with the fairies and see what messages come out for the collective. Messages for the collective. They are not wanting to shuffle today. Like, they're being really stubborn. Okay. Cards popped out. We're going to take these two to start with, and then we'll continue shuffling. We have strength and judgment coming out. Wow. Let's just start off with Major Arcana. Why not? So here is strength, the card of Leo, which could speak to inner strength, physical strength, strength to overcome a situation, strength in our current atmosphere, in time, in individual situations. But strength coming out with judgment. Judgment is making that judgment call for ourselves, for what serves us, for what doesn't serve us. Being strong enough to make a judgment, to make a firm decision, and to stick with it. Now, some people could be dealing with authority figures, the law, but for many of us, it is having the strength to really make a judgment call on what serves us, on what we need to do, and be strong enough to make these decisions on what is going to be for our highest good. What other messages do we have for the collective? Angels, spirits, guides. Queen of Swords popped out. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Using our intuition, using our discernment, using our wisdom, using our logic, being able to discern what is right for us and to stand in that power of discernment. The Emperor. Speaking of standing in our power, card of Aries. Getting a strong, when we use our discernment and use our strength to make that judgment, and we stick with that Queen of Swords discernment energy, we're standing in our power. We become like this emperor who is strong and able to manifest and take on all qualities of all four kings. Now, it could be dealing with an Aries energy, of course. But this to me is speaking to our strength. When we stand in our power, we become like the emperor in our lives. This is really amazing. We have one court card and then all major arcana. And that speaks to just the power of the energies right now, the power of the times. What other messages do we have for the collective? We have the Queen of Cups and the Three of Swords. So the Queen of Cups, a very receptive, intuitive, watery energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Using our intuition and being receptive to our emotions, to our emotional guidance system, what feels right for us. And I think it's really, really interesting that we're going from the Queen of Swords into the Queen of Cups, because we're going from the realm of air into water. And that's exactly what our moon is doing. That is absolutely what we're doing planetarily, where we're moving from a moon in Aquarius, our air sign, our Queen of Swords, into the Queen of Cups, water, and very receptive energies. You know, strong with strength and the Emperor here. There's fire to support us moving through the weekend. But we're going to have to make some judgment calls and use our discernment. Stand strong and be really intuitive, because there is a Three of Swords energy. So this could be heartbreak. This could be coming out of heartbreak for some. This could also be a timekeeper, a 3 days, a 3 weeks, a 3 months for the energies to kind of go through. And the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles coming out. There could be some heartbreak surrounding family life, home life. What makes you feel completely stable and abundant? Because Ten of Pentacles. Tens are completion, but when we get into like water and earth, it's like complete happiness and complete fulfillment. So maybe there was something in a business front that is coming to completion, and it comes with a little bit of sadness, perhaps. And the Ten of Cups, how interesting. Complete emotional fulfillment, complete material fulfillment. This is what we want. This is, all the hard work coming into full bloom, being in fully emotionally uplifted and fulfilled. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So if it's a timekeeper, it may be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months till those blessings come in. Or we're healing our hearts around what we thought were going to bring us material and emotional fulfillment. Any other messages for the collective? there are options. We have to decide which option is going to be the most fulfilling. And with this Seven of Cups energy coming in, especially now that Venus is in retrograde, and it's coming after this 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. I'm really feeling the Venus retrograde in this. We're looking at all the options that we have, or even all the options that we've had that we thought would bring us that sense of fulfillment, that sense of emotional and material abundance and fulfillment. And some of those options had snakes in them. Some of those options had transformation in them. Some of them had fulfillment in them. Some of them had your soul in them, because every cup within the Seven of Cups is filled with something different. So every option that we're like, ooh, maybe this would bring us complete fulfillment. Maybe this would bring us that balance of material and emotional fulfillment. We're kind of maybe reevaluating our options. Or looking at the options that just weren't what they seemed, kind of like that dreamy energy. And maybe because if the options weren't what they seemed, that definitely could cause some disappointment and heartache. But we have options. We just know that the one that's truly right for us is something that we're going to have to discern with our intuition, with our hearts, and with our guts. Because that's how we really discern what our heart and soul truly wants. What are their messages for the collective? So we have the options for Ace of Wands, a new passionate beginning, something that has promise to grow, something that's filled with creative spark. This is a lovely, lovely, lovely beginning of passion, of possibility, of creativity. Deciding on which passion to follow, maybe. So we had the Justice card flip out. So I'm getting a feeling that this new beginning is something, I'm getting like that was owed to you, that you worked really hard for, that there is some balance that will be restored in this new beginning and following this passion, that there will be a balancing of the scales energetically as well as materially, like the universe is offering this passionate start and it's going to bring balance to our situations. Maybe where we weren't seeing eye to eye, Five of Wands. Maybe there was a little bit of strife. I got a tank top on. The sweater always falls off. I literally don't care. Narrow shoulder problems. And then the Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take. Reciprocity. So where we weren't getting reciprocity. This new beginning is going to bring balance so that there is an equal give and take, which is beautiful. It's cozy. It's just not practical. It's one of my favorites. Any other messages for the collective? Ace of Swords. Clarity. Truth. See, tank top. Well, sort of a tank top. Ace of Swords. Clarity. Clearing the air. Understanding. So we're being strong in making a judgment call as we move from this air energy into water energy. We're standing in our power, maybe even working through some heartache when it comes to what we love and what we value. There may be options when it comes to a new beginning and what is going to bring justice for any sort of arguments or lack of reciprocity. But our clarity and our ability to discern is a powerful part of our play in these energies. Using our wisdom and our intuition to when to withdraw our power from arguments is a way is at least one way where we can bring justice for ourselves. I reached for the goddess deck, so I guess the goddesses want me to pull on them for some advice. How we want to build. And that fell right on top of the Ace of Swords. So clarity on how we want to set a solid foundation. Clarity on how we want to build. Clarity on how we want to collaborate with others and other energies. Clarity on how we want what's really going to give us that stable foundation. Which is beautiful. And it's going to lead us towards the sun, the happiness, the happiest card in the deck. I love that. I love that. There is a sort of reevaluation energy, and I think that just comes when planets are in retrograde. Period. And we have Pluto retrograde right now, Venus retrograde. I'm not sure if Saturn is retrograde or is going into retrograde really soon. But it's Pluto, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars. I'm pretty sure those 5 planets are in some state of retrograde right now. And with that, when planets go retrograde, the best way to harness the energies rather than trying to struggle against them or fight for them is to do all the reviewing, the revamping, the reanalyzing, the reorganizing, the going back to the drawing board and really reevaluating every part of our life that each individual planet's energy touches on. So Venus is what we value. Love, money, relationships, how we make our money, what we're passionate about, beauty. People joke, don't get your hair cut during Venus retrograde because you may hate it, like when Venus goes direct. Don't massively redecorate your house during Venus retrograde because you're probably going to want to change it back or just change it in a completely different direction once the planetary energy goes direct. So we're reevaluating, and this reevaluation energy really brings us back into our power, where we can navigate heartache. Can I get some clarity on this Three of Swords? Because it seems random compared to every other energy. Okay, Five of Wands and Ace of Wands. Heartache because you're not seeing eye to eye or feeling defensive about a new beginning, a new start, about your passions. That's probable. We can always be very sensitive about what we're passionate about, especially if like maybe when we were a kid, we were made fun of over what we liked, or someone we loved was made fun of for what they liked, and people can get defensive about what they're passionate about. But if it's going to bring you joy, and if it's going to bring you fulfillment, if it's really following your heart, then who cares if you're not seeing eye to eye with other people? Especially with people in their family. Like, you are here to live your life, not the life of someone else. So if you want a passionate new beginning and it's causing you some heartache because you can't see eye to eye with someone, what was that quote? And who said it? I think it was a tarot reader somewhere on the YT, and they were like, if someone you love laughs at your dreams, makes fun of you for your dreams, one of them has to go. Which means either the person who is making fun of your dream has to go, or you need to reevaluate your dream. And it's rarely that it's the latter. Rarely is it the latter, because when you're following your heart, your soul, your passions, you're going to come up with resistance. It happens. I don't care what field you're in. It doesn't matter if you're in the science, the arts. If you're following your passion, there are obstacles, there's resistance, there are tests. And sometimes people don't see eye to eye with your passions. That's okay. You're here to live life for you, my friends. We're here to live our best life. We're here to follow our bliss. Not our dad's bliss, not our mom's bliss, not our Uncle Joe's bliss. Not our Aunt Francine's bliss. Angels, archangels, messages for the collective in regards to the spread in the weekend energy. What do they need to know? That is a lot of cards. It's going to happen eventually. What do they need to know? They need to know that this has to do with a soulmate relationship, that it may have to do with childhood. It may past lives. This is the Six of Cups. Past life energy, past life soulmate, nostalgia, clarity. So we got another Ace of Wands. This is double Ace of Wands. So Spirit is definitely confirming that this has something to do with the past. Something to do with either childhood or a past life or a soulmate, past life soulmate partnership. What messages do the collective need to know for their highest good? The Wounded Warrior, Nine of Wands. Someone who's been fighting many battles and has been carrying a heavy burden. Been working really hard. And despite their injuries from past battles, they move forward because they know the 10th rod's in sight. An ending is almost at hand. Completion is coming. Where you're healing, coming out of that wounded warrior energy and healing. Angels, what does the collective need to know? That is we had 4 cards popped out and they kind of fell in pairs. So the 2 pairs we have is 5-5, 5 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles versus Freya and Power and the Prince of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. Which is like the evolutionary process, the enlightenment process, a new idea, a powerful new idea, a powerful clarity. I'm getting powerful clarity when it comes to what made you feel defeated, what made you feel left out in the cold. and what didn't work out emotionally. So like 5 of Cups, the relationships that didn't work out. Where there was just struggle emotionally, like getting this like gripping on my heart feeling, like the wounds that were just, the wounds that lingered, you know? And then the 5 of Pentacles, like what, not only did it make you feel emotionally like left out in the cold, but probably even financially or physically out in the cold too, where there was like very much a need for a shift of perspective when it comes to this, both of these cards. Because the 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, it's still just an illusion. Many times the 5 of Pentacles will be shown as like a church window and someone outside in the cold, in the snow. Well, guess what? The church is right there. Whether you attend church or not, you could go get warm rather than freezing to death in the snow. And with the 5 of Wands, or with the 5 of Cups, the cups that spilled, there's also the 2 of Cups that are upright here, you know, right there. So with these 2 cards, there's a massive perspective shift that immediately lightens the energy of both these cards. And that's, I feel, a powerful clarity, because it is about those 2 cups right there. The emotional fulfillment, that's right there. It's about those 5 pentacles of opportunity that can give you what you need, that one's looking up at, versus her who's looking down. She doesn't see the good stuff that's potentially there. We're just seizing what's right there for you, because what you need is usually right underneath your nose. I think we're getting massive enlightenment this weekend on what didn't work out, but also on what is supposed to. Yeah, powerful clarity. Powerful enlightenment for many of us. And this clarity is going to help us regain a sense of peace. It's going to help us move forward. It's going to move us towards calmer waters. Whoa, too many. Way too many. Guys, cut that out. Clear and concise message for the call. Okay. So, the goddesses wanted to reiterate this contemplation energy that we had from earlier in the reading, where we were talking about judgment and the Justice card, and the new beginnings we want to have, but what's truly going to give us the value. There is a strong energy of going within, standing in our power, making the choices that are right for us, but also contemplating not so much where we've come from, but where we really want to go to, what is resonating with us. So, because this contemplation is going to lead to manifestation, this time where we allow ourselves to go within, we realize that we have all the tools we need to move forward, that we are magic, and we are going to be standing strong in our decisiveness, in what is true for us. There's a lot of standing in our truths this weekend that I feel that is going to help us manifest powerful ways of moving forward towards our happiness, towards peace of mind, and towards emotional and financial fulfillment. But it comes with a clarity, a powerful clarity. That's what I'm getting from the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And we have a pair. We have the King and Queen of Air on the board. But we're going to be manifesting once we harness our power. We really resolve within ourselves the actions that we want to take. Really looking at our options and how we want to move forward, where we want to place our creative energy, and really healing and letting go and resolving. It didn't work out, where we felt stuck, where we felt challenged, where we felt any sort of lack. We're getting powerful clarity this weekend, which will help us move forward towards happiness and peace of mind, healing. I love that. I love that for us. You know what? I reached for the unicorns first, so why not? It can be a little different. Unicorns apparently want to say something. What messages, angels? Polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without the dark. Understand the law of polarity. I love the law of polarity. I do. I'm wearing black pants and a white top. Polarity. But we all have a masculine side and a feminine side. A light side, a shadow side. But any notation that the shadow is any sort of negative or bad, no. It's not based in truth. Feminine, the shadow, the receptive, the yin, the water, the earth, that's all feminine. And it makes things grow beautifully. Beautifully. We have to go there. We have to go to those deep, dark, wet corners of ourselves where we're just like wrapped in the shadow, embracing exactly what we are, part of the void as well as part of the light. Because the light, air, fire, action, it's all masculine. And it's wonderful. It's necessary. It's powerful. But we have both. I very, very much have both, and I'm very just a proponent for honoring both aspects of ourselves. Like, we are divine and human. We are light and shadow. We are yin and yang. We are the master and the student, all at the same time, always in this constant swirling and leveling up, and then learning and swirling and learning and unlearning and learning and unlearning. It's life, and it's beautiful, and it's powerful. And there's a power in polarity. Anyone born on a full moon understands the power of polarity because they live it. They live in it. They live within it. They experience it. Because when you're born on a full moon, you have the opposites. So Aries, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, Gemini, Aquarius. Is Aquarius? Now I'm getting myself confused. It's not important. What's important is this idea of polarity. And that every human, even if you weren't born on a full moon, deals with polarity. Sometimes we're happy. Sometimes we're sad. Sometimes we are at peace and we want love and harmony. And sometimes we want to break dishes. You know? We're human. And there's a lot of joy to be had, and a lot of power to be had, and a lot of understanding that we come into when we honor the polarity within ourselves, when we honor the light and the shadow, where we are strong and where we have opportunities for strength. You know, polarity. I love it. I really do. I'm really glad that in this human experience, we get to experience polarity. Oneness of God and feeling completely separate from it, all at the same time. You can feel completely separate, completely isolated, completely alone, but it's never actually true. Never. Because you're always connected at the quantum level to everyone and everything that has ever been created and that has ever been in existence. We're connected. Same as when we feel like we're surrounded by people and we have all the love and support in the world, we're actually existing in a vacuum. And we're out in space, alone in the universe. It's a beautiful, beautiful paradox. Polarity. Animal spirits. Trust the great mystery. Whale spirit 65, which is 11, which is a gateway. We're going through a gateway. Absolutely, we will be this weekend. So much is shifting and changing. And there is a mystery to all of it. And when we don't understand logically, we can't put it together. We get to let go. We get to trust. We get to relax deep into the arms of spirit. Any other messages for the collective? Aquarius spirit kind of flew off to the side, but 36-9, there's always enough. More watery energy. Oh wow. I think I am. So 33 and 44 popped out together. And it's Panther spirit and horse spirit. And I'm getting a little choked up because it's reclaim your power, freedom is yours. Look at the black and the white, the yin and the yang energy present here. The light and the shadow. When we go into the shadow and we reclaim our power, we burst forth into the light and freedom is ours. And I feel like these watery energies from the spirit is just like little love notes saying, trust, trust, we love you. There's always enough. Don't worry, we're over here loving you, supporting you in the great waters of cosmic waters of Pisces. No worries, we love you. Go within, reclaim your power, because you're the key to your own freedom. When you can activate the light and the darkness within you, when you can reclaim yourself from all the past hurts and past life woundings, intergenerational family trauma, we all have it, we're all healing it. And as we do that deep inner work, and we reclaim our power from anything that made us feel disempowered, we step into our freedom, we step into our light, we step into our strength. And there's going to be a balancing between the water and the deeply intuitive emotional feelings and our logic and our discernment and our wisdom that we've accrued over life lesson and life lesson and life lesson. This is so beautiful. Reclaim your power. Freedom is ours. I love it. I love it. See what the angels have to say. Whoa. Okay, fine. Get grounded. Ground yourself. This will help you interpret the intuitive and emotional energies around you, because this is the energy of being an empath, being highly sensitive, connect with nature. When we are empaths, we are highly sensitive beings, and especially during water moons. So we may be feeling things really deeply, be intuiting a lot of information. And one of the best ways we can process that information is by getting grounded, connecting with Gaia. On the other side of getting ourselves grounded, angels are asking us to dance, to do something, to shift our energy, any sort of action, stretching, walking, getting into your body as a way to connect to spirit. But when you're dancing and you're moving and you're literally physically shifting any sort of stagnant energy, and even when you hear like a crick or a pop, like in your shoulder, stagnant energy, you start rolling your shoulders out and things start quieting down. But we can't get stuck. So anything, what lights you up, Starseed? What makes you happy? What ways do you enjoy moving? What ways do you enjoy getting into your body? Which ways help you get grounded? But also bring you amounts of joy, elements of joy. Contemplating what truly lights us up as a means to get grounded, but also as a means to focus. What lights you up? What sparks your creative passions? What sparks inspiration and motivation and joy and excitement and charisma? Adversely, what is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? And allowing that to shed, to let go, to say goodbye, because it's had its time. We'll pull one final message from Kuan Yin. Veil of Shadows popped out. This is beautiful. Card 43, which is a 7. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. I'll hold it up for you while I read. A lotus blossoms with deep, rich mud into which she plunges her roots and draws great nourishment. From this mud, made of water and earth, growth happens, and great beauty is revealed. Your soul lotus thrives through depth of emotion and aliveness of your body, into which she can plant herself and enfold as a lotus of light. Your soul lotus is blossoming, just like a plant that outgrows the pot in which it has been planted and requires more soil to spread its roots and continue growing. Your soul lotus needs more mud, some more water and earth energy so that it can grow and shine. In the spiritual worlds, all things serve everything, including our darker emotions and parts of our body that we may not think are acceptable. They are actually good nourishment for our soul. The soul craves to love and be in love with all parts of you. Like a passionate, divine lover, it wants to hold nothing back and become completely spiritually intimate with all aspects and all parts of you, whether you have thought they were lovable or not. This can be challenging because it can feel extremely uncomfortable to visit and consciously engage with those aspects of our personality and our bodies that we have yet to really love and accept. Yet this is what you are guided to embrace now. This process might be started by taking a class or engaging in a physical practice that honors that shadow part of you. If you have considered yourself an introverted person, it might be to begin to honor the counter side of this, the part that needs community and people in order to thrive. If you consider yourself a quiet person, you might need to explore how you can find joy through sound, music, and energy, for example. If you consider yourself a passionate person, You could benefit from finding the part of you that is peaceful and content in the moment with things exactly as they are right now. This inner play isn't about saying that who you are is not enough. It is about acknowledging that you are that thing you believe you are not. It is about acknowledging that you are the thing that you believe you are not, and finding a way to live it with consciousness and love. It is about delving into the parts of you that have been hidden in the veil of shadows and are now becoming ready to be revealed and lived as a part of the beautiful and whole being that you are in truth. In particular, this oracle asks you to look where you can nourish your emotional and physical life in more focus, perhaps through art, creativity, journaling your dreams, creating collages, or engaging in dance or other forms of movement. Your spirit needs it to thrive at this time. A prayer for assistance through the veil of shadows. I pray to Kuan Yin, beloved spiritual mother, please help me be fearless in the veil of shadows, realizing I am just growing in self-awareness, and whatever has grown ugly through lack of love will gleam like a polished jewel through my attention. Willingness to love and accept all parts of me in my divinely inspired creativity, integrating this part of me into my life with more consciousness. Om Mani Padme Hum. May all parts of me be blessed. Om Mani Padme Hum. I'm in love with this reading. I'm in why? It's easy. I'm in love with it because of this Ace of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, or not the Six of Pentacles, but the Six of Cups. I don't even, there it is. And this clarity and all the fives. The passion from the past that maybe wasn't accepted, that maybe got ridiculed for. Whether you were a dancer who didn't quite fit the mold, or a visionary inventor, or a philosopher whose ideas weren't popular, or whatever it was, whatever passion in the past, this is like embracing it. This is going within in the veil of shadows and what may have been ridiculed and used as a source of pain, where people would take swords and stab you and say, no, pull the sword right out of my own heart, keep it with me, put it in my pack, polish it, love it, give it a new name, breathe new life into it, and reclaim the joy that was blotted out by someone's disbelief, or not seeing the value that you saw, or not seeing eye to eye with someone when it came to your passions, especially any sort of past passions. This is reclaiming your power from all those past traumas and really stepping into our freedom, into our light. I love the veil of shadows. I love this polarity, and I love this play between light and dark and the deep, profound self-acceptance that comes from it. This is a beautiful and powerful reading. I hope you embrace the light and the shadow within. Shadow work is how we come to the light. We reclaim our power from those moments where others have disempowered us. We reclaim our joy from the things that maybe we were made fun of for. Because at the end of the day, it's our joy, it's our passion, and it's our moving forward towards fulfillment emotionally, materially, moving towards calmer waters and a sense of deep support from the universe. Honor your polarity. And I hope you're never afraid of the dark again. I love you all very, very much. This concludes our weekend reading for the collective. Stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all soon. Infinite love and blessings. Sat Nam.